I'm back. Took me almost 4 seconds to push the off button and record again. Yeah, I'm sure you missed me. Well, you probably waited a little longer. Anyway, I do have, like I said, a lot of different videos. I really only have one set of pictures to share and a whole lot of the folks giving answers to questions. So I do hope you get a kick out of this. This is our Hump Day edition. I was kind of hoping to go live today, but I think I'm going to go live tomorrow. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but it's the best way I can think of to get a video. I was thinking I might explore the world of AI. Oprah just had a special, and it made me think about some of you guys who've shown some concern over AI and being fooled, and we've been kind of revisiting the fraud issue. So I may go live on Thursday. Look out for it. Again, the world's kind of weird right now with the fair, so I will do my best to do a live 2 o'clock, 2:15, somewhere in there. Let's start with some fun videos from folks that are way more interesting than me, though.
Logan, hoo-ha, hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
You've never heard of Tufty Fluffy Tail?
All right, a little laugh to start off. Outlander Online shares Richard Rankin season 5 blooper reel stars and an edit by them. And Roger McKenzie and Outlander stars are all hashtagged here. It's really short, it's really fun, and yeah, it's pretty much what we see from Richard. He's kind of a goof. Now, these are my only images, but they are of Sophie, because Sophie was at the Emmys. Yes, she was, presenting Creative Arts Emmy for 76 televised Academy Awards. Thank you to Carson for always helping sway the jet lag and feel the glow. What a night. And Caitriona Balfe says, stunning. Barry Waldo, such a shining star. Outlander Online, so beautiful. I'm going to add my 2 cents. My goodness, that is a lovely dress. She wears it very well. She looks spectacular. Hair, none of it's out of place. Let us see what other images we have. Okay, that's a great back line too. It's not, I don't like the ones that are so low. You're like, oh my gosh, when she sits down, we're going to be seeing, so this is a nice back line. It's not too low. And a front view here, really pretty. She's got a bit of a train, but it looks like it's constructed to actually, I get very worried about long dresses because I trip easily, but it looks like that train, it would be tough for it to get in front of her unless she like spun around and then ran. So she should be good. No big jewelry here. You can see some nice earrings here, no necklace, nothing extra to take away from the simplicity and the simple beauty that, quite frankly, she carries off with really no problems. And obviously, getting images is getting credit for. I wasn't paying attention to all of them, but at least this picture, probably most of them. I did not take any of them, just in case anyone's wondering. Sophie looked beautiful, and yeah, that's a really great dress. That is just very nice. Now, Universe says hashtag games, hashtags mix. So it looks like we're going to get a couple of videos put together here. It looks like a montage. Enjoy and let me know what you think. In this one, you can compare Sam's answers to the same questions from different years. Judge the portrait of him made by Eliza and Kate. Even observe some dancing skills. Oh, well, we need those. Funny thing is, Sam wasn't born in New Galloway. That's where he grew up. But he was born in, oh gosh, I'm sorry, Balmaclellan. God, I hope I made less than 1 or 2 errors in this. So what New Galloway is doing in his tablet on the first one. Okay, you know what? We're not going to get. Anywho, let's find out.
You're calling my cat
Your
fat.
cat
You're going to give my cat a
has
complex.
a complex. Poor Eddie is the first person you would speak to, and this is the only person who'll put up with you.
I try to capture the shiny eyes that you have.
Yeah, and they have a heavy tash, right?
In a stable in New Galloway.
Oh, New Galloway in Scotland. Yeah.
You grew up in a stable.
We grew up in.
I mean,
I did. We lived in old converted stables in the castle grounds.
Because he's fancy. He's in Galloway.
I mean, that's an area, but it's certainly not where I was born. If you die now, I will kill you.
We're just looking at him here. I'm not sure what's going
Oh, I love a ginger.
Who is that supposed to be?
It's you.
Oh, really? Oh, that's really good.
Your big square jaw.
I was just said, Nadine Va, good day.
Top 100 most, I would say, most gifted, talented, powerful actors, but I think it's probably sexist women. That might be John Gray.
No.
What?
My hair's never looked so good. Why have I got wrinkles? So many wrinkles.
Because that just make you're already too pretty. So it made you more rugged. I mean, it was just gonna look like a girl with a beard.
That's fair, although I don't think he would be a girl with a beard. But if you look at him, and I mean, he has a clean facial structure, so it would be, yeah, okay. That was funny and enjoyable. And I'm going to move on to yet another video. This one shared by Brilliantly Balfe. Brilliantly Balfe, Caitriona talking about how she and Sam keep the passion and intensity alive as Claire and Jamie. I love listening to Kat explain her process. So insightful and so passionate about her craft. She always is. She really is. Yeah, let's check out and see what she has to say about keeping that passion alive. You know, for us, so we can pretend that they're like totally together.
I mean, I don't know. It's the investment we have in these characters. You know, I fight really hard for the scripts or my scenes, at least, to feel true to me. And you know, I think Matt and probably a few of the writers will tell you I can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But if I don't believe it, and if I don't feel, if it doesn't land honestly within me, then I can't go through the motions. I have to feel that passion. It's why I love acting. It's what makes me feel alive. And if I don't feel it, it's almost like it feels awful. Like sometimes if I'm made do a scene where I don't believe what's written on the page, it's like the worst day. Right. Because you just feel like you're not being truthful or something. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But the story that Diana has written, it just evokes these things. You know, there's so much passion and so much life and so much love in her story that if you just believe in, and if I don't know, if you just read it and you learn it and it just you feel it in your body. I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's hard to explain what happens in acting, but yeah, I think it's essential, because if I didn't feel that and I was going to work and I was just saying lines, I would just quit, I think. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And I think that's the thing that sometimes writers or directors who sometimes just are like, just say it. And you're like, I can't just say it. I have to feel it, you know? And yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, sorry. I don't
Now, I have never acted, but that all makes absolute sense. At least everything I've ever heard about acting is you are pulling up feelings you've actually had. And that's how you get yourself to cry. You remember something bad. So this makes perfect sense. You have to feel it. And she is fantastic at that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be evoked either. Let's see. I've got more videos. All right, more Caitriona here, Balfe Nation, and Heather34 shares something. Caitriona says, I could read the whole thing. How about we listen? Because let's see, I'm not going to read the quote. Caitriona Balfe's advice for actors during the Q&A following the second screening of The Cut at TIFF. She appeared on stage alongside the cast, writer and directors for the film Orlando Bloom, John Turturro, Sean Ellis, and Justin Bull. A lot of ads there for Caitriona, for Orlando, and hashtags for The Cut and stuff. So yeah, let's see what her advice for those who would like to get into acting is.
Well, first of all, I think backstories, it's so important. Every single character you ever approach, you have to know where they've come from, what informs them, who they are. I like to make kind of a short kind of life memory bank for my character, because I feel like then you start to build a whole person, and We all are a product of our experiences before us. So, it's important to do, but when you're faced with kind of material that's darker or whatever, you just, as an actor, you have to learn, I think, very quickly how you can absorb things in a healthy way and then put it aside in a healthy way. And that's a lot of, I guess, practice, but one of the first things I think as any actor you have to learn is how to leave it at work and go home after.
I like that advice, especially for a character that, well, like Claire, especially Claire, Jamie, Brianna, freaking young Ian have all gone through some on-screen abuse. And yeah, you'd have to. I think that would have to be something you'd really have to learn right away as an actor if you're going to play a character who goes through any kind of trauma, is how to pull up again those feelings that help us believe the story, and then push them aside, pull them aside. That's another one of the reasons why I'm really happy they got the intimacy coordinator, Vanessa Coffey. Because when it comes to those kind of scenes, I think it would be nice to have somebody else there who is in it as deeply as you are and as committed to that. I mean, yeah, there's the cameraman, the director, the writers, they're all part of it, but it's not you, or it's not them being put in that situation, it's you. And so yeah, I think those are all really good points, and I just talked through a whole nother running of that clip, so let's move on to the next video. I food burned myself. Okay, I don't know how I managed to do that to myself, but I had the same video on the beginning that I had on the end. Okay, I foobarred myself. I had the same video at the end that I had at the beginning, so I'm not going to show that to you twice, even though Richard is hilarious. You should just watch this video over again. That is my suggestion. And if you do like it enough to watch it, then you should probably make sure you give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do appreciate those very, very much. And hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next video is out. I know this one was very, very short, but I did want to get all of this info out. And if I put it all in one video, it would have been crazy, crazy, crazy long. And you wouldn't have watched the whole thing. So, well, I know some of you would, but a lot of people, they get tired after like 7 minutes, and then I'm sure you're going to come back to it, but then you miss stuff. So I've talked a long time. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you to my members for your extra support. I really do appreciate it. I'm working on making sure I give you guys at least one little extra thing every week, whether it's personal stuff in my life that nobody else is going to know. Have you looked back at the history and checked out yeah, never mind. Hope you have a really great rest of the week in case I don't get another video out. But do watch out tomorrow because I may go live around 2:15. All right, great. Have a really great rest of the week. If you'd like more Outlander information, don't forget you can always check out the other videos on this channel that are for Outlander, and you'll get more information. Isn't that cool? Yes, it is. I'm getting loopy today. I probably ought to go. Thanks for joining me. And if you do choose one of those other videos, then you know what? I'm gonna see you there.